More by thank you for coming. Please help yourself to breakfast and honestly sponsored. You know, during this time of year, there's always a little controversy. Should I make a Siyum, go to a Siyum, eat meat, have wine during the 9 days? In fact, I remember one year in the papers, every day there was another Siyum. There was an outcry, Siyum every night. It's not befitting to the spirit of the 9 days. We should be mourning. So here's the question, though. If you really want to stop and think about it, why do we allow a Siyum in the first place? A Siyum is a time when you have meat and you have wine, it's a joyous occasion. Why do we allow it during the 9 days at all? If we're supposed to mourn the destruction of Jerusalem, Yerushalayim, why are we having cause for celebration going on here? In fact, the fact is we do encourage Siyum. There's a story told. Rabbi tells the story where Moshe Feinstein and other Gedolim used to go to Zucker's hotel. Remember Leo Zucker here, his family's hotel. A lot of the Gedolim went there, and Rabbi Moshe Feinstein used to make a Siyum every night where they served meat. And Rav Aaron Kotel was there. And Rav Aaron Kotel was discreetly not eating the meat. So Moshe says, you have to eat the meat. Because people are going to say that there's something wrong, we shouldn't be eating meat. And it's a mitzvah to eat meat. It's a mitzvah to have the Siyum in the 9 days. So the question, though, is why is there, it seems for Moshe and other Gedolim say you have to have a Siyum. You should make a Siyum every day. So why are we doing it when it really seems to be against the spirit of the 9 days all about? So Rav Daniel Glatzian brings down, by the way, that one of the reasons why the first temple was destroyed was because of the fact that people abandoned Torah study. That's one of the reasons why the base of Mikdash was destroyed. So Taka, why do we make a Siyum? So it was Shlomo Zalman Auerbach, when he was dedicating and speaking of the Chanukas Abayis or Shivas Kol Torah, cited the ruling of the Shulchan Aruch. The Shulchan Aruch says when you build a house, you're supposed to leave an amma blank to commemorate the destruction of the base of Mikdash. However, a shul, a base medrash, is not required to do so. Why isn't a shul or a base medrash also required to show publicly the fact that we remember the destruction of the temple? So Shlomo Zalman says, "B'makom sheish Torah and Churban." Where there is Torah learning, there is no Churban, there's no destruction. Rav Lezer Gordon, that tells the Rosh Hashiv, picks up on this theme, talks about the 9 days, and he says making a Siyum should not be seen as fabricating an excuse, a simcha, to eat meat and to avoid the avails of the 9 days. It's not taking advantage of the opportunity to be excused from mourning. And he says when somebody is finishing a masechta of learning, he shows his commitment to Torah, to ultimate Torah achievement. There's no churban there. And the Siyum does not create a joyous occasion that evades the avails. It renders if there's nothing to mourn. There is no churban to begin with. The Torah learned is a relic of the actual base of Mikdash that was never tampered with. As Rosh Shlomo Zalman had said, "B'makom sheish Torah and Churban." When there's Torah learning, there's no destruction. But we merit to see the building of the base of Mikdash, especially in our days. On Tisha B'Av, we're going to have 9:30 in the morning. We're going to do a bridge keynotes and with explanation. Have a good Shabbos.